Hello, 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 all. Welcome to my channel with Shay in the Tea. And I am Shay, and I'm going to be bringing you the tea, all right? Well, this channel is describing and talking about real life, true life stories, all right? You might want to believe them, you might not, but just let me know. I'm letting you know that I'm giving you the tea. So gather in, come in, and join me. And let's see what this story takes you. Believe it or not, I got the tea. All right, you guys. Now, while telling these stories, I'm going to make some of my famous spiritual jewelry that will be up for purchase later on, but let's just get into the story. All right, and this story is the grandmother who hexed her son's children's mom. Y'all, believe it or not, this is a story. Let's continue. All right, the grandmama who likes to put hexes on on her son's kid's mom. All right. So throughout this, we're going to be trying to do some bracelet making as much as I can with the bracelet making. Okay. But let's get into this exciting, unbelievable but true story. All right. So we're going to be changing the names for the privacy of the people, but trust me, all the events are true. All right. This is about a girl named Keisha. Okay. Keisha was a smart young girl throughout school. She grew up in a family that was not so rich, but they were not poor. All right. She had things in life, but she was okay. Didn't have always the best things in life, but she definitely was not struggling with her parents. Okay. Working class family. Came from a big came from a big family. All right. As Keisha moved through school, she had this group of friends that she loved. Keisha always loved her friends. She always did what she could do to be a friend, show a friend, or whatever. So there was some things going on. We're in high school with Keisha, okay? Keisha's in high school. And there were some things that happened with Keisha, all right? Wanting to experiment, finally losing her virginity, kind of trying to be like her friends. And in the process of Keisha doing that, Keisha gets pregnant, all right? Keisha gets pregnant and time goes on. So with the baby, in the pregnancy, she still has a friend. She's still going on. She's still in high school. All right. So fast forward, Keisha has the baby. Keisha has the baby and she has this baby boy. And now she has this baby boy and she's still going through school and she's trying to figure out what it is she has to do. And keep in mind, Keisha is an A and B student. Honor students, keeps her grades up even though she has this baby. Still with the same friend group, experimenting and everything. So fast forwarding again, with this friend group, she kind of fell out with them during the summer of her junior year. And when she came back in to being a senior, things were kind of different for her because now Keisha's in the boat to where she has no friends. She has nobody. Nobody really talks to her. No one really deals with her. And she doesn't really understand it. But at the same time, she just has to deal with it because Keisha was kind of like in what you would consider the a popular group, but to be honest, they was just mean boys and mean girls when you get through. Now we making this bracelet, okay? So I might leave some eye contact or lose some bees. Y'all just stay with Shay because this tea is juicy, all right? So the summer, like I said, there was some things that happened with Keisha and her friends over her junior year summer, and it led her to be a loner through school. So she just wasn't really completely alone. She just wasn't in a friend group to where it seems like they were supportive, or I mean not supportive of people of her age. It was like people of her age did not want to deal with Keisha. She could not find a boyfriend. She had a little baby. Keisha had a job as well. Okay. Keisha had a job. She was responsible. She had the baby and she still wanted to fit in life, but she did not realize why she didn't fit in, but she did still have that same group. All right. Friend group. She didn't have that same friend group anymore, but she still wanted to fit in. So as time went on, Keisha, she continued to just hang with the people that would hang with her, and she met this guy that was younger than her, younger than she was, 4 years younger to be exact. And Keisha kind of fell for this guy because guess what? The attention that Keisha had been wanting and wanting a boyfriend, it finally came to her. Good looking guy, but he was too young for her. Keisha was in high school, he was in junior high. All right? Y'all, it's about to get real. So as we're going to keep this, maybe we have to do a part 2 on this. I don't know. So as she's continued to go on, she's dating this younger guy. This younger guy name is Alex, okay? Alex is in love with Keisha. Keisha's in love with Alex. They're young. But it's something about Alex's mother that he found out about the situation. So when Alex's mother found out that he was dating Keisha and found out about Keisha, that Keisha had a baby and Keisha was older, she did not want Alex talking to Keisha anymore. Matter of fact, she actually called Keisha up on her own phone and told Keisha, hey, I do not want you dating my son. You're too old, and he's too young. Please, I ask if you don't date my son. And Keisha was kind of in shock, but they were older, Keisha was older than him, but they were still in a teenage range. So moving forward, okay, Keisha did not listen. She tried to break it off smoothly, but Alex still wanted her. And Keisha still wanted that attention. So Keisha and Alex continued to sneak around with each other against the will of the mother and the permission of the mother or whatever, if you needed permission, however it goes. So as time keeps going on, Keisha keeps going through school, raising her baby, keeping her grades up, and she's still falling more in love with Alex. And as she falls more in love with Alex, time goes on to Keisha is getting ready to graduate. But before that, Keisha has a secret. She's pregnant by Alex. Oh my God. So now Keisha is pregnant by Alex, and it's like, what the hell am I going to do, you guys? What the hell? Hold on. Sorry, guys, I had to catch that bracelet there. All right. So, we was on Keisha and Alex, okay? And so Keisha finding out that she's pregos. And it's like, oh my God, Keisha's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I already have this one baby. He's one. I'm trying to get to school. I want to go to college. I want to be this. I want to do that. I want to have things going on in my life, okay? And so Keisha is hiding this secret. She does tell Alex, Alex is acting like he's okay, but he's deep down, he's kind of scared because he's young. He's a young boy. He's a teenager. What is he doing? This is some experience. He's just looking to, have sex and have fun. The baby, oh my God, the baby, no. So, okay, times goes on. Keisha graduates from high school. She's still in that same friend circle. She still has no friends. Okay, she's still not doing much, but she does continue to work her job, take care of her child, and goes off to college. All right, Keisha's still dealing with Alex, keeping this secret with the baby. Alex has not told his mother. But what Keisha does not know, and she will soon later to find out, that Alex's mother is a witch. And we're going to call her Witch Sally. Okay, Witch Sally. So, fast forward to September. The baby is born. Okay, the baby is born later on. Witch Sally brings Alex over to see the baby. Once they confirm that it's the baby, it was like 3 weeks later, Alex comes and was like, oh, my mom, Miss Sally, Witch Sally wants to have a blood test. She wants us to have a blood test, which kind of made Keisha upset because it's a lot of details that I did leave out, but there's going to be for another video about those friends. But Keisha went through some issues with the first baby daddy where she was being promiscuous. She was trying to be like the friends, and she let herself loose, and she had to get tested with 3 daddies the first time, and it came out. She did find out who the daddy was, okay? And at the same time, things just went on. So as rumors continue to be told on Keisha, lies and things, the mom believed in it and she played into it. So, Keisha went to her own mom and talked about the situation with her own mom. And her mom even told her, like, if you have nothing to hide, it's not like last time. I know what you're feeling like. I know you're young. But at the same time, do what you need to do. You have this baby. Make yourself work and your family work with this baby. Okay. So Keisha has the blood test. Keisha, they get the results back with Keisha and Alex, and the baby is Alex's baby. All right. This is Alex's first baby. He's young. which Sally, she's wanting to be involved. She's wanting to care. She's taking the baby. She's getting the baby. She's taking care of the baby. But what Sally did notice is when, with Keisha, I mean, did notice is that when Alex and Keisha got into it, that which Sally would always jump to Alex's side no matter if he was right or wrong. So we're going to continue to fast forward with the situation. And we're going to skip a lot of timeline because it is not a lot of important details. We're trying to get to the part to where we really find out what was going on. Okay. So Keisha, as time grows, she continues to, she deals with Alex. It's out in the open. The baby is here, which Sally is still there. She's acting happy and content, like she wants to be there, and that she likes Keisha, but she really does not like Keisha deep down when things does not go her way. Okay, as time goes on, it starts to seem like every time it becomes more drama. It's just more and more drama, more and more drama. You know, Keisha, like I said, she's already out of school. She's trying to do a thing. She has the second baby, so she gets the second job. She has her own house, and she's still trying to go to school. Not doing the most successful thing, but at the same time, just trying to have something. And it just seemed like Keisha and Alex were constantly getting into it more. Even though he was still in school, she was still trying to have her young boyfriend, even though she was out there in the grown-up world, okay? So Keisha was still trying to be loyal, even though she was out there in the grown-up world. But things did slip between Keisha and Alex to where there was a lot of cheating and it began to be a lot of fight. Still never noticed, still never understood what could have been going on in this situation. Fast forward to years later, a lot of unknown and a lot of unseen things start to happen throughout the situation, which Sally would start to not talk. It seemed like she was taking over. She didn't want it to deal unless it was something that was on her terms or how things wanted to go. And it seems like it was energy of being broken up around. But like I said, Keisha was young and was not aware. So Keisha finally starts to get her life together later on after she has these kids. She has went through the welfare, okay? Because Keisha's not only one baby number one, not only with baby number two, Keisha got 4 babies now, okay? Keisha got 4 babies and 3 dads. And in the process of that, it seemed like life is just getting harder and harder. Keisha has gotten married. And let's not forget about Alex, okay? Alex went off into have a rougher life as well. Even though it seemed like which Sally was always trying to do things to make the best for Alex. Alex and Keisha had things going on. It was other relationships. They fought. It was other women. It was other men. But at the same time, they tried to stay connected. And it was always which Sally in the middle that was trying to keep a connection. Alex eventually ended up going to prison. And within that prison time, he missed a lot of times doing the growth. But before Alex went to prison, we're missing a big detail. Alex actually got Keisha pregnant again. Okay? So this is baby number 2 with Alex and Keisha, but the relationship is not as strong as it used to be at all. So Alex is kind of not even wanting anything to do with baby number 2 because it has been a lot of cheating in between. So fast forward on more, Alex is in jail. Keisha's moving on, which Sally still trying to do everything she can to run her child life and make sure her child's safe, even in jail, to the point till she got banned from jail. Okay, it is weird. All right, so he gets out of jail. Things keep going smoothly. He has these other girlfriends. Keisha tries to hook up with him. He does things to try to embarrass Keisha, especially when he can't get his way. It just seemed like it got rougher and rougher over the years to where Keisha does not even speak to the mom. She doesn't speak to the mom directly. It's always through the child. So as things go on, the kids are growing up. Keisha starts to find this other way about herself. I know I'm skipping a lot, you guys, but I got to wrap it up. Keisha's starting to find another way about herself. And that way is spiritual, okay? She's introduced to that spiritual way through a cousin, through a family member, and it starts to align with things, all right? Keisha starts to move around, talking to different readers, had never really dealt with tarot readers or tarot or anything, to where at the same point she deals with them, finds them, and she even starts to learn how to read herself. She becomes this spiritualist. She starts dabbling, but a lot of reasons why she started the spiritual journey is not for the positive, but her results ending in it became a positive result. So as Keisha is starting this spiritual journey, it took about 2 years after she started this spiritual journey for her to actually still realize why she could not keep a house, why she could not keep a man, why she could not keep her kids together, why she could not keep a job, why she could not keep anything solid in her life. Anything that Keisha tried to have in her life was destroyed. Keisha would always go losing her job constantly for arguing and fighting with people, especially females at work. Keisha was having bad accidents in her cars, losing her cars, having regular cars. Keisha could not get a decent home. She was always living in regular homes, off of the ground, bugs infested, things of that sort. Keisha was having issues with her own mother, who wanted to be somewhat of a smother, but she was always protective of her. Keisha would have issues when it came to relationship. It just seemed like she could not keep a solid man or a good relationship in her life. But as she continued to work on certain things, one day, this daughter, the first daughter that Keisha and Alex had, came in because she is more like her mom, and she wanted her mom to read her because Keisha has become a reader. And once her mom reads her mom realizes something is not right. And the reason why she can see this is because a spiritualist of her own has already did a cleansing on her mom. And this is what is allowing her mom, Keisha, the mom, to open her eyes and kind of see like, this is what been going on for the whole time. You guys, in the reading revealed that Grandma Witch Sally had been manipulating and tying my child to her. When I tell you that my child was young, my child wouldn't deal with us. She would always come and take my child. She would always come and have something for my child. She always made sure she buy. She always made sure she spend. She always wanted to take her away. My child always act like nothing ever was good for her. But like I said, I'm missing a lot of good details, but go with the story as I go, because I want to wrap it up and make it, decent. But as I go, let's not forget the other baby. Okay, the baby number 2 that came into the picture that they never really wanted. That baby does not even get treated the same. That baby does not get the same gifts, does get the same treatment, or gets the same love. They show favoritism between the kids, and Keisha still never understood. Even though that made her mad, that made Keisha's mom mad, and other members of her family, they never understood why they could never stop her. Keisha would try to stop her from getting her child, but it would only last like a day or so. She had so much control over her child, so she did not understand it. So back to this reading that Keisha ended up giving her daughter, that opened her eyes to understand that the mom, Grandma Witch Sally, is into fucking witchcraft. Excuse my language, you guys. Grandma Sally is into witchcraft, okay? Grandma Sally has been using witchcraft this whole time to control Keisha, make her less than, and take over her child. And you all want to know why Grandma Sally was doing that to Keisha? She was doing it because she was jealous of Keisha, and she was a person that was in love with her child. Now, let's not forget, Alex is an only child. Okay, she was very so much in love with their child, and you run across those type of mothers that are in love with their kids. Okay, do anything for their kids and never want anybody to take that love away from them because they'll feel alone. Now, let's not forget Grandma Sally, Grandma Sally, she is married, so she could have actually been doing something else with her damn time. And also, Grandma always wanted a daughter. Witch ass Grandma Sally. So yeah, moving forward, y'all, I hadn't made put any more beads on here. We're gonna keep on going though. So moving forward, all right. Keisha had to do so much work. There was so much that had to be done. Keisha had to go see people. She started meditating. She started putting spiritual energy and observing from the energy that she saw on her own daughter. And she started taking actions into her own hand to try to stop the energy. And it took time, and it took people. And it took curses from other people, other sources, other practitioners, false reading, false hope, for Keisha to finally get there with her child. But she did. Keisha was finally able to calm down Grandma Sally. But the story continues. Keisha, Alex, and Grandma Sally, they do not get along. They do not talk to each other. They do not deal with each other. And it's all still part of the sour witchcraft. Grandma Sally was very evil. She's very evil. She's still very evil. She still tries to use this same manipulation tactic. And she's the type of person that likes to use kids to prey on people. So she would use your kids, or she would use friends of Keisha's daughter to try to pull her in and manipulate her. There's a lot more that could be told for a story like this. These people will have you doing things. You would not understand why you cannot get someone to stop. You would not understand why somebody would always be around. You would not understand why there would be so much chaos, why there would be so much arguments, fight, and drama. And it's all due to witchcraft. All I can say is that you can believe it or not, but Grandma Sally was putting that thing on Keisha. And it probably was all Keisha's fault in the beginning, because she was already warned by Grandma and Witch Sally to not do it, and Keisha went against the will. So you do have to pay your debts in karma, but at the same time, Grandma Sally has to pay hers as well, because you do not determine anyone's fate, and you definitely do not determine anyone's karma and how a situation should be dealt with. Now Keisha is living her life. Her daughters are living their life. Grandma Sally and Alex are still attached to each other. He has had many other kids. Grandma Sally, she still does the same bullshit. You know what? I don't even think Grandma Sally does that to the other baby moms. I think it was Keisha that came in and stole her love away. And Keisha was even warned that he was going to leave her. And he was going to start being with me, listening to me, following me, and doing everything. Yes, I am Keisha. Thank you guys listening to this true story. There is more to come. Grandma Sally, there are a lot of those out there. You guys have to be aware. The moral of this story: be careful who you choose to be in your life. Watch for the warning signs. There's always warning before destruction. Yes, Keisha should have listened, but no, Grandma Sally should not have taken action into her own hands. So there was karma and debt to be paid on both ends, and everybody gets their share. So be careful with your kids and who you let around them and who you trust. Because Grandma Sally had hooked Keisha up so that she had even taken her child away from her. I told you guys that this story has a lot of pieces, and it makes a lot of sense. Beware. It could even be your own parents, okay? I don't try to put anybody against anybody, but people come into your life with motives, and you just have to pay attention. And when your life starts to turn upside down and stand still, just be aware that there is no coincidence behind that issue. Again, I am Shay. Thank you for listening to my story about the grandmother who hexed her son's children's mom. And there is more to come with Shay and the T. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me get to getting through with this bracelet. And you guys have a wonderful night. See you guys next. I don't know if I make a part 2, but I definitely am going to let you know about that friend circle. And this will make the story more interesting on why Keisha even decided and life went this way to where she could not even make friends. All right. Love you all. Peace, love, and blessings. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.